Okay guys, here's a couple materials you might need to do the custom taillights. Again, if you don't want to do it, just go ahead and contact me. I can get you settled on a custom pair and I'll just make it for you. But I use these high intensity LEDs you can get on Amazon. Okay, these are 5054 LEDs. They fit about 3 every inch, as you can see. This is 54s. These are another 5054s, but these are white. See, these are white LEDs, waterproof. Got that little silicone there. And these are actually 5050s, yellows. I use for the turn signals. They are black housing or black. Looks like 1.5 inches compared to the twice as much fits on. This is the 5054s on the white one, and then the 5050s on the black. So either way, they're super bright LEDs. They're not going to burn out. They look bright, but they're not really drawing that much current. Next, you would need some wire. I just use standard 20 gauge wire. Some soldering solder. I just use this one. It's just from Home Depot or whatever. I use this now. It's a little bit more of a professional look, so I use this, and I use just normal electrical tape to after you're soldering it. You're gonna need some scissors. Now these are pretty good too. One side of the plier will actually close, and the other side will open. As you can see, when it grips the wire first, and it cuts it, and then when you pull the actual handle, it actually pulls it apart. As you can see, it pulls it apart. Or I would recommend using spares. That's why I ask a lot of my customers is like, just make sure you have a spare. Looking at the space we have for this light, it's kind of like we don't have that much space. So 350Z lens. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we're just going to go ahead and get started with the LED installation. I'm going to start out with the DRL Strip. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, peace. Got the sequential strip all in there now. As you can see, use some foam board. Kind of just makes it a little bit more easier for us to kind of follow the lines and everything. So in a couple minutes, when this does dry, this is our kind of housing. It's all fiberglass, and then I just cut the design out, and for the middle part I make a resin with a pigment we use for clear resin. It's a clear crafting resin, white. Just so it turns the clear resin into white, and then yeah, that's how it's gonna look like. It's a little bit as you can see, the polarity is actually this particular LED strip, the polarities are switched. So the positive end is actually our negative. And you'll see why when I wire it. Alright, so we got the little track here made for our little brake light cubby here. As you can see, I encased it a little bit more. Housing is supposed to fill in this little gap here. So that one would go just like that. So here it is. Here's the LED strip. We're just gonna go ahead and do the wiring. So you look at a strip like this, you're like, how do I wire it, right? So the first thing you do is find polarity and how the resistors are mounted. So it is actually, when you look in the LED strip itself, but this little gray thing here, that's actually the resistor. And as you can see, it's all symmetrical. It repeats every trimmable length. So this allows it to be cut and then rejoin together and then work again. So basically, if you keep that same pattern, it'll work all throughout these LED strips. That is our LED strip, and we're gonna solder these little points. Again, put the soldering gun on the contact, and then just follow it up with solder, and it should just be like that. Not a lot. Go ahead and do it to the other one. Let's grab some wire here. Wires, we're just gonna use the little crimping tool or whatever, gapper. I call it the gapper for some reason. I don't know why. I think because it creates a gap, but basically that's it. There you go. I didn't even do it on camera. So put the red one on the negative. Just like that. Alright, let's go ahead and put it on here. There's a sticky kind of like residue here, or like double-sided tape, kind of fake. And we're just gonna plant it on here. I'm gonna route the wires on this side here. I'm gonna mount it here, and then mount the wires, drill a hole here, and then just we're dandy. Let's go ahead and test out this now. We're gonna head and the red and black. So here we go. So yeah, that kind of glows that whole section there, and yeah, it just looks really good. Actually, before I close in the middle part, I'm going to do the turn signals now. So we go flip into the turn signal area. This little flat area, if you are 350Z guys that are watching this little flat area doesn't provide much. It's so small, like how do we put anything here? So I literally just guessed, and the diameter or the width of these LED strips actually fit in these channels here. It's crazy. Let me take a look. So you take this little channel here, right? It actually fits the LED strip really good. Look at that. Like barely any protrusion, you know, and you just cut the size and there you go. Now we look at the ones that I already made here, and we just kind of replicate what I did here. Is I kind of like made a this is aluminum foil tape and then the LED strips. So yeah, there's really not a lot to it. That really pretty much solved everything for us. So let's go ahead and mount it on, and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, that's the middle one, and here's the last one. I forgot that. And a lot of the wires went through the underneath. As you can see, I made little holes using a drill, and as you can see, they go underneath as well. So that's going to connect, all of them are going to connect the grounds and everything. So that's how it looks like. There you go. It fits perfectly. I was like, okay, it somehow fit. So here we go. So this is how I usually do it. It's I just hit it with spray paint. Use a stencil here. I use this stencil to create that kind of like heart design, as you can see. And I literally just spray paint it on there, and then yeah, go light. Okay guys, just got it done. Here is the final design here. Again, this is like the silhouette design, you know, the coolest, you know, part. So yeah, I tried something new, you know. This is probably gonna be something I probably add to my speciality. I don't know. It looks cool. I can do different designs and everything. So yeah, so stoked on this and how it's gonna look like. And let's go ahead and put it all together. So we're at the time where we need to close the tail light together and make it one piece. So I'm looking at the tail light lens and it looks pretty nasty. I washed it beforehand and I'm going to do it after. So you can see all the tape residue I did for the actual mold is actually still here. So I'm going to hit it with the Goo Gun. So here is the DRL strip. Turn signal. DRL strip works. Turn signal. Okay. Goes back. Now let's test the other LEDs. Here is the brake light. It kind of protrudes a little bit inside, but that's no worries. As long as they know I'm braking. And plus it will be on with this. So it'll kind of be like, you know, kind of like that. So yeah, the hearts came out really nice. Probably gonna fill it in a little bit more because they have air bubbles in it. Okay. And here is the turn signal in the corner. So alright guys, so we're made it to the final step. Yay! And again, we're using the same silicone I use for the rest of the taillights I use. This is what I suggest. It's a GE window door silicone. Is 100% waterproof, as it says, 40% more flexible. It's really good. It's black. And since we didn't really open two lenses, I don't really need to clamp anything down, but I do need to clean up these edges here. But everything seems to be in order. We're just gonna go ahead and clean it with a chopstick. Oh my god, where are we at? Is this the right setting? Okay. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video on the how I made my 350Z taillights. Now I'm doing all kinds of cars. I'm not just doing strictly my car. That just makes it a little bit more easier to reach out to you guys. Make sure you reach out to me if you ever want to get your own set of taillights made by me. And this is a sneak peek of what I have next. Whoop! Okay, that's it. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More custom taillight and everything, all that stuff will be coming up in the near future. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.